I heard one of my mentors said, like, it's easy to get to number one. It's hard to stay at number one. And I was like, shit.
That's true.
Damn it. It's like a hamster wheel. Like number one is a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really. But hey, it's
People get hungry to get up to number one, and then you hit it, and you know.
But then
what's
what?
driving you to the next one?
Well, no, but like that's the thing is like you get to number one, and now like you're the target, you're the guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm coming for you. What's up, guys?
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, we're there's no fancy intros. I was gonna say SRanker.
just chilling.
Have you ever watched that? Do you watch The Office?
Yeah.
Never.
Do you remember? Really? Are you being sarcastic?
I've never seen it. No.
Dude, come on.
I know.
Your homework is to go watch
I've
The
never
Office.
seen it.
That's my wife's favorite show. She
Really?
wins trivia contests off The Office.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
When
I
I'm
know
interviewing
one
salespeople, I'll drop Office references, and if they get it, they're hired, dude.
That's awesome.
I'm just fired right now. Dang it. I don't know what to
No,
do.
SRanker. I was thinking of when they got acquired by Sabre. Do you remember that? They all said Sabre.
Yeah.
No, what-
And I was like,
that whole song.
SRanker, and I thought it was like something different. I was hoping I was pronouncing it.
I'm really
That's what
sorry. Nope. I've never seen it. I know one character in that show, and that's Dwight.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Like,
that.
I don't
Yeah.
know
Dwight.
everybody else.
I think
Dwight is iconic.
Yeah, I think he's everyone's favorite character. His development and everything.
You have to. Yeah, Dwight's got to be. Your
I
favorite.
just feel like anytime I post a GIF, like that's all I see is
It's Dwight
Office. It's just Dwight and like
It was so iconic. Like the movie, like the show was like nothing had ever up to that point hadn't been that crazy, like that liberal with what they were making fun of. It was
Yeah.
like South Park in like an office setting,
I love South Park.
right?
That's my humor. I love
South
South
Park's
Park.
hilarious.
It's
Making fun of
hilarious.
everyone.
It makes
I
fun of
love-
everything.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's why South Park wins though, because
Yeah.
they do make fun of everything.
Everybody.
Nobody's
Yep.
safe.
Nobody.
Yeah,
I love it.
dude. Have you? Speaking of that, we'll talk about business, but this is just we're all friends,
Kicking
dude.
it.
Have
are.
you ever seen the book? Did you watch the Book of Mormon musical?
No, but I want to.
Gosh, dude, so funny.
I've seen like YouTube videos of some of the songs. So I'll go.
Gosh, dude.
Oh, I was just saying, really, like,
Yeah.
I hadn't heard
Are you-
anything about it.
Like, I know we've had a conversation about being LDS. Are you LDS?
Uh-huh.
Did you go on a mission?
No.
Okay.
No
Did
mission.
you go
not
no
LDS.
mission? Okay, but listen, dude. Watching the Book of Mormon musical, like I went on a mission. Watching it after, I watched it before with the original cast in Chicago, and then I watched it after, like after going on my mission, it was 10 times funnier because like the jokes are
Really?
like you get the jokes.
Did they just
It's
like,
hard
make fun of
to-
missionaries or?
Yeah. So the whole idea is, and it's actually if you want to know master of storytelling, like Trey Parker and Max Stone are master storytellers.
Those guys.
Because the whole idea of the Book of Mormon musical is, when you're 19, you go on a mission, an LDS mission, right? Now it's 18, but when they made the movie, it was 19. And the idea is like, this happens in our culture, in LDS culture all the time. It's like, you're 19, you get called to Africa, you have no clue what you're doing, you barely
scary.
know the religion, right? And now you're supposed to teach a bunch of people who are like seasoned, like adults, right?
Yeah.
Like, I remember having this conversation with a kid who was going to go on a mission, and I was like, you're 19, you don't have kids, you've never budgeted $1 in your life, right? Mommy, daddy gave you every money, and you're going to go out and you're going to talk to a hardworking blue collar dad with 5 kids, and you're going to tell him that he has to pay 10% tithing when he can barely put food on the table. I was like, if you think you're ready for that, you have no clue what you're doing.
This is why missionaries make the best pest control and solar cells guys in the planet.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
They do.
So that's the premise of the Book of Mormon is you follow like these 6 missionaries who go out into the real world, and then they face these real problems. And South Park or Trey Stone and Matt Parker, they do a really good job at like making fun of Mormons
It's really
because
cool
it's
that they
great.
could do that though. Like,
Yeah.
that's a big deal, and it's a lot of responsibility. And I don't know how to be able to do that. That'd be hard.
It's really tough.
Yeah.
And you have to
Yeah.
pay for it all yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, my little brother just got back from Argentina, and he
Oh,
was talking
really?
about it. Yeah.
That's cool.
He loved it.
Nice.
And he was talking about paying for it
Did
himself.
he come back fatter?
No, dude.
Really?
So he went out during COVID, went to Idaho, gained like 30 pounds. Went to Argentina, lost it all.
Because there's no chemicals.
Yeah.
There's no
Dude,
hormones, nothing.
Yeah. And
Isn't that
walking
wild when you
everywhere.
talk to people like that?
Yeah.
And you're like, the food is so much different. Like people who are lactose intolerant in the US aren't lactose intolerant in Europe.
Raw, healthy.
Did you know that raw milk is illegal to sell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Isn't that
you
the
get
biggest conspiracy you've ever heard?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
That's a conspiracy.
That's a rabbit hole. A rabbit hole, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
but that's a conspiracy. Like
Yeah.
everybody's like, that's a conspiracy that everyone should believe in. There's no reason
Yeah.
why it should be.
raw milk.
Once you look into it, it's
It's like the best thing for you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, I like raw milk is like healthier
we
for you.
bought
than-
our son raw goat milk when he turned 12 months.
Yeah.
You can buy it. There's a few places you can buy it, and it's legal to buy it. And my son was, okay, this is freaking crazy. So the moment we changed to raw milk is we went to visit my sister the day before he turned 1. So we're in Vegas, and we get his can, like his little formula can, because he was like hyper allergic to all the stuff we gave him. And we just got used to this one like soy based one. And it's like, okay, he's good. He's growing. And we just got used to this. And it's like, okay, it smells kind of weird. Got in the car with my sister on the way back to the airport. And my son starts crying. He wants to like, okay, make the bottle. My wife in the back and opens it. And my sister goes, you guys have a bag of McDonald's fries back there? And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, it literally smells like McDonald's fries. Like, what are you
Dude,
guys
yeah,
doing?
formula is gnarly.
So I grabbed the can, shame, but I looked at the back of the can, and this is, the doctors gave us this and told us to do this. Vegetable oil, vegetable this. And I'm like, and I smelled it, and I'm like, I can never look at McDonald's fries the same. In that moment, when we got home, I went and got raw milk, and he chunked up like within a month.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
For real.
And healthy. Super good stuff. So yeah,
Raw goat
McDonald's
milk.
fries.
I have a similar story when my daughter turned 1. Like
same thing?
we started giving her just like whole milk from the store.
Yeah.
And she started like growing like breasts, like they were poking out.
Oh my
And I was like,
gosh.
what the fuck? And I was like, it has to be the milk. So I went to raw organic, organic whole milk, and they went away in like a week.
What?
I haven't had cow's milk like from the store in my house for like 7 years.
Wow.
Dude,
Like I was like, there's so many hormones in it, dude.
yeah.
So like now if I buy cow's milk, it's like
Raw,
organic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as organic as I can get without, spending $1 million on it. But
True.
But dude, but yeah.
Being a parent, like, changes the way you think.
Good God.
It really does.
Yeah. We used to YOLO everything.
Yeah.
Like, literally, YOLO. My wife and I would YOLO everything and not even care. And now we're like, hey, we should probably be careful.
Yeah. With
yeah.
kids
That's why I'm
and stuff
trying to, like,
they do.
lose a little bit of weight now because I'm like, dude, I can't keep up with my 2-year-old.
Yeah, dude.
So-
Yeah. For real, man.
Yeah.
Life changes. All right. SRanker, dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad sponsors of the show. So thank you for that.
Of course.
Yeah, dude, love it. What I really love about SRanker though, and I remember when Evan and I talked about it first, it kind of like disrupting the marketing world, because the marketing space is wild, man.
Competitive.
It's very competitive.
There's so
like-
many people in it.
Like pretty high ticket as well when you get into some of like the crazy stuff.
yeah.
Very high ticket, and so that's where the barrier of entry is to a lot of these like small businesses. It's like, dude, who can spend $12,000 a month on marketing, dude? It's very hard for a lot of businesses.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Evan and I, you know them, Kevin and Brian,
Yeah.
with Sobo.
Sushi.
Yeah, they closed the doors and they couldn't afford any marketing. I was helping them with operations, and that was a big thing I was trying to get for them, and they just couldn't afford it because what small business can pay $12,000 to $17,000 a month?
And restaurants, bro.
Yeah,
The income.
Good, dude. Yeah.
God.
Well, restaurants like float, but margins are thin in restaurants.
you get one bad month, and you're sucked into a year-long contract with some of these companies, and you're screwed. You're digging yourself out of a hole.
Yeah, dude, it's wild.
Yeah.
But you guys kind of you fought the battle on SEO, like Google My Business SEO, which I think is very underrated. A lot of people miss their Google
It
My
is.
Business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think so. I mean, kind of talking about that, I ran an axe throwing business for a long time, and I didn't know I was building SEO, but people think of SEO as like keywords, right?
Yeah,
Things
yeah.
that people look up. There's so much more to it. So like,
Part of it, but
yeah,
a lot more.
But Google looked at the reviews and what's said in the reviews. So with the axe throwing business, I was responding to all the reviews and I was putting keywords in it, unintentionally building my SEO. And so now that we can do that intentionally and help people do, help these small businesses.
Yeah, walk me through the review process, how it helps SEO.
Oh yeah. So, okay. So I'll just use this axe throwing business. So you come in, you bring a party of 12 people and you say, hey, Richard and his team did awesome. Food was good. The activities were fun. Very lively place, right? There's not really any key terms in there except axe throwing, maybe food or whatever.
Yeah.
If I respond like, hey, Dalton, thank you so much for coming in and trying out our pepperoni on a Dewey sausage pizza. That's one keyword right there. Next time, try the football bowling and the Zeppi's Italian ice. So these words that people might Google to find a product, Google links it back to your business
To the
profile.
review.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, dude.
And that's where they're looking.
Yeah, so there's not much you can do. I mean, there's some, I guess you could kind of control, maybe you can tell people like what to say, it's in the
easy to
review,
reply.
but it's you do it in the replies.
Yeah, it's better to encourage them to
Leave a
review first of all. Yeah, and our system is designed where if they're going to leave a negative review, they're going to email you first, so you can resolve it as a business owner.
Yep.
Versus like straight up slamming your business.
Yeah.
And if they really want to leave a bad review, they're going to have to go around to get there. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but hey, if there's a problem, let's get it fixed.
Yeah, I'd rather be the first one to know than get
Yeah, of course.
Because I've also heard, tell me if this is a myth, it's extremely hard to get reviews off of Google.
It is.
It is.
Even if they're like totally lies and you can prove it, like Google's like,
They'll do it, but it is hard.
But it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's a process. So, I mean, at the axe throwing place, I had one. And one of my employees, he was in high school, he got all of his friends to report that review. It took him like
Nice.
600 reviews of that review to get it taken off, though.
Wow,
Yeah,
dude.
that's all they did for like a week.
They just like reported the review.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this isn't real. Like, you didn't come to the store, right? Like, we don't.
Yeah.
That's
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
That's some guerrilla marketing right there.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
I
dude.
loved it.
But that's what you gotta have to do at that point, right? But yeah, reviews are wild, man. It's so hard to get people to leave a review.
It is. Yeah, people forget. And sometimes like I'll just speak for myself, but it's hard to like ask someone to give you a review. It's like, hey, will you just leave me a review? Like, so sometimes like the automation and having somebody like third party create
Remind
something
them,
for you
yeah.
and remind them is so much better to just get it over with. So that way you don't have to deal with and awkwardly chase that one down. It's just, I can't tell you how many people I've asked, and like, let's say 50 people, I gotten one or two because I personally like, hey, will you just do this? I feel weird. I feel weird.
Yeah, it's kind of funky. Yeah, it definitely is weird.
Yeah. Well, and people don't realize how important reviews are for businesses. It's a free service that you can do to really get feedback for the business, but also to just show that you support them.
Yeah.
So it takes 5 minutes.
Yeah, you see that that meme go across social media all the time. It's like free ways to support your friend, like leave a
I've
review.
seen that like 50 times now.
Yeah, I know, it's wild, man. And by the way, I've seen that so many times, and I think we've seen that so many times because we're entering into an economy where, like, dude,
Word of mouth.
we have to do word of mouth, and we can't spend all this money on marketing, and it doesn't even work. Like, think about it. Even if you had 10 grand to spend on marketing, you're gonna get something. You're gonna get some traction. Of
course.
But dude, like, you're competing with Nike, who can spend in a day what I make in a year on marketing. Even if you're not competing, even if you're a restaurant, Nike is still like, I mean, like, people who eat look at Nike, and who do you think Facebook's gonna favor in that
Who has
algorithm?
the most money?
Yeah.
It literally is a racket, dude.
Was I think like 3 or 4 weeks ago, we signed up a chiropractor, and this chiropractor, which I just talked to, they're doing great. They're doing awesome for their portfolio, and she sent me a referral for an attorney, and this attorney, I think he's just been in business for maybe a year or two. Like he's just got out of law school. He's just trying to build his practice. And out of curiosity, I pulled up his practice and I found out what he does, and I pulled up his keyword, and some of the biggest names are advertising. And I'm like, these guys have 30, 50 grand a month to throw into Google ads. And here's the thing. We're not here to destroy people who are charging price is relative to anybody.
Yeah. 50
$5,000
grand
a month could
is-
be nothing for somebody.
Yeah,
$500.
Yeah, and by the way, I think it should be mentioned that if you have 50, you should, you know what I mean? Like, you should spend it on marketing. Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you got
Absolutely.
it, spend it for sure. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And so we saw this. So this attorney is already like like kind of like, I don't know what to do. Like how do I compete? I just got started. Like I'm always going to lose. There's billboards all over the place with these guys, big names. There's big names all over the advertising. I can't go anywhere without big names. So how the heck do I compete? And so like, and that's a good example of like why we're doing what we're doing. It's because truly over time, if you look at Google and you search best tattoo artist near me, okay, best tattoo artist near me, what's going to pop up is going to pop up a lot of tattoo artists in your area. Google's going to push those people. The keywords are going to pop up relevant to what you're searching. But what's always going to pop up top is people who are paying to be first. But what's happened over the last few years, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but do you remember how like when you would search something, even just like 3 or 4 years ago, and the first thing that would pop up is like the top 10 websites.
Yeah.
And the reviews were always kind of like kicked off to the corner. Nobody paid attention to the reviews. Nobody really cared. And everybody in the world who paid money for advertising, I just want to be in the top 10. And I know if I'm the first page of Google, I'm in the top 10, I'm supposedly supposed to gonna win. And Google silently kind of changed that. And if you go to Google now, the first thing that they show you is feelings, emotion, experience. Then they show you the top 5-6 pages.
Right.
So that's what Google's doing is, and if you think about it, look at YouTube, look at Facebook, look at TikTok, Reels, things that are quick, emotion, fast.
Yeah.
And so these big giants, I'm not saying we know all this. We're just observing what these giants are doing, and they're going off of feelings. And ever since COVID, ever since everything shut down, if you notice, people are at home a lot more.
Oh yeah.
They're researching a lot more. I want to see what you think about that place. I can care less about the guy that's advertising.
Yeah.
I want to know what my local community is saying.
Yep.
So that's what we're doing. We're focusing on that. We just want to focus on the businesses that want to attract the people, that want to support you locally, and that want to be visible to everybody nearby. And so that's pretty much our niche.
Yeah, dude. Well, I think it's crazy because a lot of people, like I mentioned before, like they don't really know what they should be doing in marketing. Like, where do you even start? And I think what's cool about SRanker as well is that that's a great place to start. Like just getting your Google My Business and getting reviews through the door. Like, I mean, you really can't lose. I mean, it's a great way to get it done. Yeah. Very quickly. Right.
And we do recommend to actually use other sources of advertising. It's just, I think that the way that, and I know we're biased here, but the way that a business should start, especially if you're a brick and mortar business. And just so everybody knows, we're with our company, we focus on local SEO. So local presence, local businesses that won't have a local. So if you have like a national company, an e-com business, like we're not really for you, and that's okay. We're more focusing on the local.
Yeah. Your backyard.
Your backyard and minding your
community right around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's number one. When I was at dealerships, when I worked in dealerships, like car dealerships, that was always the name of the game. It's like win in your backyard. Like nobody should be leaving. Like when I worked in Bountiful, like nobody should be leaving Bountiful to get a Honda.
Yeah.
Like if they want a Honda in Bountiful, like we need to do whatever we can to take that deal.
Of course.
And so like, a lot of people don't understand like winning in your backyard is number one.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going for.
And I think it really gives a new business legs because, you know, you might not know everyone who's leaving the reviews, but you trust them. Humans are very social creatures, and we trust each other. Yeah. You know, we trust a random stranger saying, hey, this place was awesome, get this product. Because I liked it and it was quality, and we trust that.
Yeah. Dude,
so
you
true,
liked
dude.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
It says it's good, so.
Right, yeah, I'm going to go.
Must be good.
Yeah, and then if you can find out that it's local to like car dealerships, if you can find out that the people in Bountiful are saying, buy this car here, they took care of me, it really gives strong legs to the company.
Yeah. And well, you know, reviews are just like a beast of their own too, because, you know, like I was gonna say Amazon got in trouble a little bit ago for all the fake reviews, like all the bot reviews. Remember that?
Oh no.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but I've heard of a lot of companies doing that.
Yeah,
botting.
bots. Yeah, dude. And that, like Amazon just shut them down. Like, so yeah, you also got.
I remember this.
Yeah, dude. Like if Amazon got a whiff that there was bot reviews, like that's why it says on Amazon now customer verified, like verified purchase.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because they're like, because they're like, you didn't even buy it, dude. Like you can't. You know what I mean?
Just like some dude in Malaysia, or just like
Yeah, dude.
like
Like
15,000 accounts.
bro, they can do so much crazy stuff with like the bots and AI. Now, dude.
Oh yeah.
You know they do that for shoes. They're like the guys will Enrique, they know, dude. They do. They're like, if a shoe goes on sale, they got like 15 bots who just go bid on it.
Really?
Oh,
Dude,
that's
like
awful,
fast.
man.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Launch that price up there and make us all think that it's super exciting.
Speaking of that data, actually, so that's actually something that I brought up to attention to one of our clients is that with local SEO, when you're running pay-per-click or like Facebook and you're spending all this money, you don't really know that lead that comes in. Like imagine you're a boxing gym, right?
Yeah.
And like somebody in Texas like requests information, like is that really your best client? Like do they live in Utah? Or if you have someone in Maryland like clicking on your website and looking at your stuff, like why is someone in Maryland looking at a boxing gym in Utah unless they're planning to move there? But if it's happening more and more and more, how do you track that? And then what happens all the time, and I hear this conversation with, and we hear this all the time with clients like, hey, you know what? I'm running Facebook ads, but like I just tell my team like, hey, I don't know why it's happening. I'm getting these type of leads, and they say, no worries, we'll adjust it. That's another $5,000 this month. Then the next one.
Yeah, dude. It
It's
is
just
all
a constant
tweaking, bro.
adjustment, and it's just like
It is all tweaking.
it's so frustrating for the
wild,
clients,
yeah.
and so like that's hard.
Well, and here's why I think it's hard. I have a really good friend of mine who's a marketer. I actually work for a digital marketing agency. Here's the really hard part that I've tried to crack is like setting expectations with marketing, because a lot of people just think that to no fault of their own, I think salespeople in the marketing world have done a poor job of setting it up,
so bad.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, what should you expect? Like, what are the real things, the real results, right? True. And by the way, it also kind of sucks because a lot, like the company that I work for goes beyond, like after the lead comes in, like we do a lot of nurturing.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Which is different, right? Because like,
that's good.
In other marketers just like, here's the lead, dude.
Yeah.
If it works good. If
luck.
it doesn't, sorry, dude. We got you the lead. We did our part.
We said you're gonna get 20 leads. You got 20.
Yeah, and if you can't, but like,
did our job.
so this is why I like sales. This is why I like sales training with small businesses, is because like, dude, if you get 100 leads and you close 0, like the marketing company is gonna gaslight you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, gaslight's a buzzword, but they're gonna be like, dude, we got you the leads. I didn't know that you couldn't close.
Yeah.
Right.
And there is truth to that too, though. So you could have like the best marketing agency in the planet, and they are so good at generating leads. So they could even pinpoint locally if you wanted to.
Right, dude.
But if your website sucks and you're not good
can't
at
convert,
closing,
your product's too bad, or
you know,
or
you can't fulfill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's just,
Like, it doesn't matter.
I think marketing
There's
companies should be more picky with who they accept.
agree.
Just because like if you're, I don't know, dude, you're just not doing them any justice if they can't close a deal, or if you got, or like, I'll get you 100 leads, but you can't fulfill all 100. That's worse.
That's
than
hard.
not getting any leads. You know what I mean?
That's where those bad reviews come from and tank your business.
Yeah.
But going back to what you were asking about, like the realistic expectations, marketing takes a little bit. There's instant marketing that works. People, we like to dip our toes and see what other people think first.
Yeah.
So like SEO is one of those. It takes a minute.
takes
Social
time.
media marketing takes a little bit. You have to
Even your
make it
organic content, like that's what a lot of people. I mean, I work with podcasts, right?
you do. Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I tell people like, look, we'll do this, and I'm month to month. But if you don't think you can do this for a year, then we probably shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna hit 2 months, and you're gonna be like, this is all BS.
Yeah.
Be like, dude, we've only been doing it for 2 months. What do you think? Yeah, like, we literally just started, bro.
Just rolling that
Google
ball.
doesn't even know you exist yet.
Right, dude. Yeah. And so it is tough. People are looking for those quick deals, those quick sales, and marketing is an investment. It's not
It totally is.
you know what I mean?
100%.
There's other things you could be doing too. Like, I feel like your budget is really important. That's actually one of the questions that we ask is like during our interview, we fully vet clients, by the way. When we talk to someone, we ask like 50 questions before we even mention what we do.
Oh yeah. And they're pretty in depth.
Yeah.
Like Evan was saying, we really vet them. We want to know their budgets, how much they can spend, and if we can't work with them, we can't.
We've told people no. Like, sorry. It's okay.
Yeah. What do you tell people? Like, because I know what I tell people about marketing in a small business, but I'm curious, like, how that conversation goes with you guys. If there is someone who can't afford it yet.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What do they do?
We've had several clients that can't afford it, and we're still relatively low, at least for the most part, from what we've seen in other agencies. But the ones that we deal with that like I just can't afford it right now, we say, you know what, like, based on everything that you've told us, you're right. We go back to what they said. So we ask all these questions, and then we remind them where they're at in their business right now, and we say, you know what, this is not a good fit for you guys right now because you said this, because you said that. But here are some other solutions for you that we can help you. Here are a couple of things. Like we have a couple of things that we can do. We don't try not to do this, but we can break apart. Like we can cross list them on multiple platforms, and we can charge lower for just that. We try not to do it because it's not really that great of a service without our full product.
Right. That's what everybody.
What everybody wants. But it's something to give them some kind of exposure. And we just say, look, I
just tell people, you just got to start posting and selling.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I think. Like, marketing doesn't really help if you can't, like, if you haven't closed your first 20 deals.
Or raise your prices too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Raise your price. Like, you're still charging the same price as 2018. Have you not seen what's happening? Like, give yourself a 30% raise now. Yeah. Come back in 6 months.
Or sometimes I tell people to lower their price. Like, dude, you're not getting any sales.
Or lower. There's multiple things.
I mean, it's definitely, that's like the consultant part where it's like, it's so hard. And bro, I like that for restaurants because Yelp is a biatch.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, holy crap, Yelp sucks. Bro.
It's equivalent to the BBB, but it's cuter.
Dude, I don't know. BBB sucks too.
The Better Business Bureau. People think that's a real government agency.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm going to report you to the Better Business Bureau, and we're like,
really? So report me to Yelp too.
Well, we would always try to resolve it.
Of course.
But I would at the end, I'd be like, dude, you know that's not South Park, dude. Do you remember? We're gonna burn down the Federal Express.
Oh my god.
FedEx. He's like, that's not a government agency, right?
But it says Federal
Express.
Everyone thinks that it is.
It's so funny. Yeah, BBB. I don't know. I don't like BBB either. I'm like,
I've never used it.
I've never used it. I actually didn't even know what it was until somebody threatened to I'm gonna go to BBB, and I'm like,
what?
I go, yeah, what? Okay, have fun.
What is that?
I'm gonna go see my mom who works at Smith's. Or is that what we're doing? Or
Mom, I'm on BBB.
Yeah. Dude, but Yelp is not good. I've just heard so many bad things about Yelp, dude.
Really?
Just how it doesn't help. It's kind of like Google. It's like whoever can give Yelp the most money and keep giving them the most money.
Yeah, and they do that a lot. We do cross-platform on Yelp for
it's not bad. I'm saying you got to be there. It's like a double-edged sword. Like you got to be there. But
it's evil.
Yeah,
not paid or anything like that, but we still get it on there because it's
something.
If someone wants to book a dining with you or somebody wants to book a session with you,
dude,
you can do it through Yelp and it's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we was talking about SEO, and I was at the consumer summit that Brandless put on. They said a crazy stat, and I have no reason to think that they were lying, but I haven't verified it.
Sure.
But they were saying like TikTok is like a big search engine now, especially for like Gen Z or what is that? Who's the young generation? Gen Z.
Gen Z.
So
I mean,
they basically TikTok it. Like it's not like we Google it, they TikTok it.
Yeah. Well, and it's a
crazy?
generational thing. You can even see like quality difference. So we do the social media marketing as well, content creation.
Yeah.
And we grew up with Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And you have the nice polished Facebook ads because that's what we're used to. That's what we like. Where Gen Z, they want the raw. I'm holding my phone, it's shaky, and someone's in the background doing something dumb, and it sells.
It's raw, dude.
So another thing that we learned at that summit was people, like consumers, are choosing to do business with businesses and companies who they share values with. Yeah. So if your company is not like also like sharing their value, like your values and things like that. It's also kind of wild, right? But because like there are some companies that we just do, right? Like we know Apple is terrible,
go
but
to
we're gonna buy the iPhone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We know Nike's got sweatshops. We're buying Nikes. It doesn't matter. But if there's a small business, so if like everybody else, it's not fair game, right? You gotta like really, be on TikTok and show what you value and stuff. Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
wild, dude. But yeah, Walmart's a good one too. Yeah, Walmart, Costco. These places are crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I know people who work at Costco. I know people who've worked at Costco for like 12 years and they make like $13 an hour.
Yeah.
They won't leave though.
And they get treated like garbage.
Dude, yeah, Costco. Oh my gosh, dude, that's real retail. And no, thank you, bro.
Really?
I worked in retail, like in cars and like other stuff like that. But like that's real retail, dude. Where like you're just dealing with. Yeah, no, thank you. Costco
It always looks cool. That's where I get my meat.
Dude, I like Costco. I'm not saying that. And I know there's a lot of people
it looks like
love
it's this amazing Disneyland looking place, and I'm like, oh, that should apply here. It looks fun. Like,
dude, it's gnarly, bro. It's very corporate.
Oh yeah.
oh no, I can't.
Well, but like some people are like, oh, I don't like the corporate world, and they worked at like a small business or something like, they worked at like a tech company, like I hate corporate. Like, no, dude. Costco is corporate. Like when you can and can't show up, they actually deny vacations. And if you like, if you just quit, like, or like, no, you have to be here. Nope. You punched in a minute late. Like we prorate our hours, right? You're like, your hourly rate is prorated. So we'll dog, you know what I mean? It's like, that's real corporate.
And I can feel like my anxiety going up.
Yeah, dude.
Like I feel it right now.
Like you got sick days, paid days. You know what I mean? Like sick days, paid off, leave, like that. That's real, bro. Personal days, like I'm gonna use a personal day today. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
What
personal
does that mean?
Yeah.
Personal, look, dog. If I don't want to show up, I'm not coming.
That's all it is. Yeah.
That's why I like sales, though.
Yeah.
It's because like it's very much like
you control your income.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I can do it. But yeah, you know what I mean. We used to have the top dog thing, which was basically like if you had a rolling average of whatever, you could do. Your schedule was whatever you wanted it to be. And but then if you dip below that average, you had to whatever. But no, that's cool.
Cool. I bet they still control.
That's awesome.
They probably just show up 30 minutes later, but like if you're not calling at 8 in the morning, you're missing the best leads.
That is the hard part. That is the catch-22, right?
Yeah,
like you're the top dog, but
you have a business,
right? Well, I heard one of my mentors said like it's easy to get to number one. It's hard to stay at number one. And I was like. Shit.
That's true.
Damn it. It's like a hamster wheel. Like number one is a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really. But hey, it's
people get hungry to get up to number one, and then you hit it, and you know.
But then
what's driving you to the next one?
Well, no, but like that's the thing is like you get to number one, and now like you're the target, you're the guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Right. Like everybody now you got it on your back. Like they're coming for you.
I've been number one a few times in different sales jobs, and I'll never forget like that. Like you're so excited to get there. Like, oh my gosh, I'm at 180% quota right now. Mm-hmm. And you get to the top, and then it's like, once you're there, like some of like the people that are like, how did he get there? Like,
there's a lot of animosity.
What did you do?
There's a lot of animosity. There's a lot of
lucky.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's easy to get to number one. It's harder to stay.
Yeah.
But no, dude, I'm a good salesperson, but I've been number one, but I don't like to be number one. I like to
2, 3.
I don't like because then you're like your managers are also looking at you.
Yeah, they're expecting you. Like, you're my trophy.
Yeah, dude.
Come on.
Yeah, like you almost don't pay attention to the other guys.
You gotta do trainings for everybody now.
Yeah. Like you get, dude. It is wild, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. A lot of salespeople are gonna, but that's also why I don't like the toxic sales culture of like. Get to number one, like I made, and I'm just like, bro, I was consistent. Like that's also what.
That's good.
That's also what is more important.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
I would rather have a consistent guy who, even if they were doing like 80, 90% of quota, but I knew I could get
80,
that every
90?
month.
Yeah.
I knew every month I could get that. Like I would get 100. Like I guess maybe not 80 to 90, but like 90 to 100. Like I knew that guy was going to do that every month. Mm-hmm. Versus the guy who was like 180, 50. 200, 20. It's like you can't count on that guy. It's like, bro, I can't.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. You can't manage that guy.
That's hard.
It's so up and down.
Yeah.
Have you guys been on Instagram on the the Sales Humor account.
I don't have. Oh, I mean, I know who Sales Humor is. Like, is that the corporate bro?
I don't know.
I like Sales Humor. I don't have Instagram, but
it's hilarious, dude. I see it all the time. Like, because I love sales too. I'm like a salesman, but I like looking at the memes.
Yeah, dude.
And making fun of like the manager or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Sales
one. You
Humor.
got it.
Yeah,
That's it.
bro.
Sales Humor's hilarious, dude.
Well, it's all true. It's like
It's all true.
We're all running this rat race, dude. It's crazy.
I love it though.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Have you ever? Oh, never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say. ADHD, bro. Damn.
Same.
For real though.
No, for real. Same. Don't worry.
For real.
You're good.
Isn't that weird? I'm always on the fence about ADHD too. Whether how much it affects you. Anyway.
I don't know, dude. I just feel it.
Remember when we talked about ADHD intuition that one time?
No.
There was a crazy. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, we were looking at. It was when I was at Dirty Dough, but it's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it was fun. Yeah, dude. ADHD people have the worst memory.
I have the worst memory. Oh my gosh. Like,
Hey, you guys also do silicone stomachs.
Oh yeah,
we do.
Yeah. Networking event or a networking group.
Yeah,
This one's fun. This
Yeah,
is
that
really
is-
fun. I love it.
it's awesome. And we don't. I like it. We don't make anything from it. We're just gathering people
Zero.
together
Yeah.
to
fun.
help local businesses, local restaurants that are struggling.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, bringing people in. That's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
well, and again, like one of the rules is if you come, you take a picture of your food and you write a review on
Yeah. The foodie group. But
yeah,
you're also
dude,
supporting a business.
Yeah,
Like,
so
literally.
between 20 and 40 people show up and you get 40 business reviews and that's
That's cool, bro.
huge.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Spreads the word. And most of the people are, I would say, higher net worth professionals, and most of them are business owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some way. They own
Yeah.
either they're attorneys or they own a sales company and they come and support it. It's just kind of cool. Silicone stomachs. If anybody, I guess it's a plug. We don't make anything from this, but we're on Facebook. We do have a LinkedIn account, but I feel like LinkedIn's kind of weird.
Dude,
these days, man.
bro, they changed the algorithm and now like
yes.
they went to like an Instagram thing where like now only my mother sees my LinkedIn, but like nobody, you know, and Enrique, my mom and Enrique see my, you know what I mean?
Seen one of your posts in forever.
Yeah.
Dude, and I post every day.
Really? I can't remember the last time I saw. I'm on there every day.
Dude, yeah, isn't it wild? And like LinkedIn's now it's ground zero for spam, right?
I get so much spam every day.
Yeah, on LinkedIn, dude. Like I don't even get that on Facebook.
Yeah, I feel sad accepting. Like I used to I accept most everybody that sends me an invite on LinkedIn, but I've noticed in the last month, it's like everybody on LinkedIn who wants to sell, all their corporations turn on some kind of software, and so all of us I just pull up to I have 12.
Yeah.
3 to 4 5 day drips on me. That's the same message. In fact, there was one girl and another girl from the same company that sent me the same message, and it kind of made me sad. Have you guys,
Dude, get your shit together. That's what
Yeah,
I was
like-
like, bro.
yeah.
Come on. Like I use LinkedIn automation, but only for connection requests. Like I don't anything past. I don't do messages.
that's fine.
Yeah. But that's what I'm
that's
saying.
totally
Like,
fine.
Yeah, I just
But the
connect with people.
messaging is
But dude, the messaging's stupid. Here's the problem too. And it's actually funny because there's an overarching theme in our conversation that kind of matches what we should bring up culturally right now in our society. And that is like quick, easy wins. Like, I don't want to be held accountable for, like I want somebody else to be responsible for this. So if it goes bad, I can blame somebody else. So like, why, like, I'm okay with cold emailing, right? But like, dude, don't send the same email to 5 people.
Yeah. Personalize it.
Personally, like you're going to send less, but you're going to get more.
Yeah.
Because you're going to know, you're going to go after the target. We just have like this spray and pray. Like I need a quick win. Shotgun. Yeah, dude. It's like we got away from like actually in my opinion is like empathetic selling. Like, we got
you
away
mentioned
from
that.
That's like your thing.
yeah, which is like, dude, if you only send 5 cold emails a day, that's fine, dude. But those 5 cold emails are highly personalized, very targeted, like very warmed up. Sure, you can send 1,000 cold emails, but
I think it should be that way. I had the best cold call the other day. It was the best. Like I gave the dude, I can't remember his company, but I actually told him I was very impressed and I was okay with him calling me back. He sent me a cold email. Probably was automated. I don't know, but it was like a very 2 sentences. And it was just like,
That's how you
hey,
do
hey, so-and-so, I noticed that you might have a couple companies. I think it's cool that you're doing over here. I just looked you up. Anyways, this is what we do. I'm going to call you in a couple days. And that was it.
Yeah.
Like, I looked at it, I just deleted it. Like, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Calls me on my cell phone. I don't know how he got my cell phone, but he called my cell
I know
phone.
how you got your cell phone.
Yeah. He got my cell phone and called me, and I was like, and I never answer. I know, like, I never do. And my voicemail literally says, if I don't answer, send me an email because I will not call you back.
Yeah.
And so I picked up, and I was like, I thought it was one of my clients. I was like, it's like, hello, hey, this is Evan. He goes, hey, this is so-and-so. I saw that you're doing this on your last post, and I thought that was really cool, man. How are things going for you? And I was like, oh, yeah. And then we started talking for a minute. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I was like, who's this? He goes, oh, I'm so-and-so. I remember I sent you that email a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I was
Great,
like,
dude.
you got me talking. And he goes, yeah, so like, I just saw that you are running this like marketing agency and like, you know, like
Yeah.
I've been impressed with like what you guys have been doing. And so like, if we can help you in any way, this is what our service is and like, where are you guys at right now? And I was just like, hard pause. I said that. I was like, hard pause. I said, I just want you to know that, I kind of like put him on his seat. I was like, did you cold call me? He goes, kind of. I was like, well, that was the best cold call I've ever received. He goes,
Yeah.
thanks. I was trying something new and I just wanted to try something different. And I'm going to tell my boss that you liked it.
It worked,
that
man.
works.
And I was
It
like,
works.
I'm okay with it. And it didn't work out for what we're doing right now.
But
I
that's
said,
fine.
But I said,
Yeah.
it might actually work out in a couple months. So I said, can you put me on your drip? I said that specifically. Can you put me on your drip for like a couple months from now? And let's see where we're at as a company. And he goes, yeah, sure. And like that was huge.
Yeah.
That was much better than like the 6 like automated messages that I got from everybody else. And
Yeah,
that's
bro.
literally everybody
Yeah,
cares
dude.
about relationships and personal touch. And
Oh yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Well, that's how we met. I cold called Evan.
you did.
Yeah.
You actually did.
I see he popped
That's
up on
true.
Facebook and messaged him and called and invited him to an event and
Yeah, that's true.
hanging out pretty much.
Yeah. So cold calling works. This is what
does.
people don't understand.
Yep.
You just have to do it right. You can't be a dumbass on the phone. Like
Yeah.
for real though.
Yeah.
Like if you're calling me, I think I have 2 really favorite cold calling lines. One of is like that though, like just like calling them up like a friend. Hey, what's up, Evan? I was just calling you about
Hey.
your last LinkedIn post, dude. That was sick. You're like,
Thanks, man.
You're like, oh shit, yeah. My other one that I really like is like, hey, I also like the accusation audit opening for a cold call, which is like, hey, Evan, this is a cold call, dude. You're probably gonna hate my freaking guts. I'm a sales guy, but
yeah.
feel free to hang up, or if you give me 10 seconds of your time, I'll tell you why I'm calling.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I did door-to-door sales, and
Yeah.
the door slammed in your face, and you go to the next one, or you get a talk. So
But that's the thing. But here's why cold calling is such a big thing, is because it's not about, people view cold calling or cold email as I got to get the sale.
Yeah.
But here's the problem: when you think like that, you lose the momentum, and you think. This is also why I hate when salespeople go like, "Oh, figure out their pain points." Like that is such bullshit.
That's
yeah,
manipulative.
Well, yeah, it's like, dude, that means that you've reduced this conversation down to, if I can solve it, obviously they'll buy, and that is not how humans work at all,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
There's a difference between pain and finding a problem.
Yeah. Or even just like, dude, I don't care. Sometimes it's super painful, but I just don't want to. I don't care. Like I'd rather like the status quo is better than the alternative, right? Like
True.
I was just talking about this on another podcast, but yeah, dude, it's crazy. So like cold calling isn't to sell, it's to like give you enough time, because everybody said, like your business owners say this to you probably. You've heard this from a business owner that's like, dude, if I can just get him in the door, I got this, bro.
oh yeah,
Like if I can get him on the phone, I can sell the deal. But Evan,
Yeah.
I just can't get right. Like that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
So that's what your cold call should be.
Yeah.
Give me 5 seconds. That's all I need. Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I tell
Your
people.
message is good enough.
Yeah.
it's actually really good. That's really good sales. So
There you go, dude. There you go.
that's awesome.
I think Dalton, like I know like I'm kind of biased here because like
Yeah.
friends and everything, but I genuinely think you're like a really good salesman.
oh yeah,
Like
Well, and it's not even like everybody, and I appreciate that, but it's also just like, dude, I just treat people like people. Like,
yeah.
I used to sell some of the hardest stuff to sell, like in the dealership. Like buying a car from a salesman is already not fun. But
Yeah.
then what's worse than that? is going to the finance guy.
Oh, that's the part.
Yeah, you're like, dude, I hate that guy. I was that guy, and I actually ended up doing very well because I would just. That's how I actually pitched it. I was like, Evan, dude, you hate this. I want to go home. You want to go home. I have to.
It's 9:30.
You're like, dude,
I want to go home.
I would tell people that though. I'd be like, look, I know you don't want to be here. I'm the last guy you want to talk to. You
want
Dave,
that car.
You watch Dave Ramsey and everything that I'm about to tell you. He said not to buy. I totally get it. I have to go through it for compliance, and I'll tell you, it'll be 30 seconds max. If you don't want it, cool. I'll move on. Fair enough. And they'd be like, all right, fine. So I got 30 seconds to pitch.
Nice.
Right? Because the hardest part is you don't get it. They cut you off before you even get a shot.
Yeah, true.
All I need is 30 seconds. And if you don't like it, I'll quit. And then I'd be like, okay. And I sold more because they're, I didn't know you offered that. Like, I think the warranty is bullshit,
nice.
but like, you're telling me that you'll pay for my tires and those if they buy.
Dalton.
Yeah.
You're like, dude,
Dude, go open up a dealership.
yeah, dude, no way.
That'd be hard. That'd be hard.
Stupid. You should actually, but you should go to market for dealerships. They're always looking for them.
Oh yeah,
100%. And dude, SEO, Google SEO for dealerships
Oh yeah.
is insanity.
Oh yeah, and they
got the.
They
got
do.
the
The
money,
average,
dude.
like the small dealerships on averages are doing $1 to $2 million a year.
Yeah.
The small ones.
Small, yeah.
Yeah, like the ones that you see like with 15 cars and that's. And they're
Yeah,
still
and
doing
dude,
good.
and they just show up whenever.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll meet you at the dealership in an hour. Like they're not even there.
True.
They don't even go.
You walk in like, wait, what?
You like go to the lot and you're
Oh
like, wait,
shoot, do we even have that car?
like it's closed. What the fuck?
Yeah, true.
Like holy shit. And then you call and you're like, oh yeah, I'm at my daughter's birthday. You want to see the car? I'll come in like in an hour. Yeah, dude.
so
Those
true.
dealerships are the dealership model is just not going away. I mean, for as much as everybody hates it, and there's a lot of improvements that have been made. It's just you're never gonna. You want to know how I know that? Because Carvana went bankrupt.
Yeah.
That was Carvana's model.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Car vending machine. We'll deliver it to your
True.
house. If you don't want it in 3 days, give it back.
Yeah.
Never talk to a salesperson. There you go. Right?
Yeah, that's
Out of
true.
business. Out of business. They don't. It doesn't work.
They just
you
like
can't do it.
went full GameStop.
Yeah, I think people like the human interaction. As much as we hate someone selling us stuff, we like that interaction.
But you get the good one, right? You get that one good one, and you're like, all right, cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell, man. Like
Yeah.
you can tell when you show up to the dealership, you're like, yeah, that guy just got out of prison a week ago, and that guy has like 4 kids, and I know that he's out in my best interest, and I know he's gonna make a commission, and he's happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the guy that you want to deal with, dude. I got a funny story for you.
That's
And
wild.
So we're looking at we're trying to get a Hyundai Palisade right now. We've had we put a down payment on it, and
Oh, like you ordered it?
we ordered it. Yeah,
Okay,
so we're gonna get it. Who knows? Sometime this year, next 3 years. But
Oh no, for real though.
For real,
Cars are
it's
hard.
like-
Cars are hard to get, dude.
it's hard to get. And it's okay. We're not like in a rush. But it was kind of like it made me kind of sad because my wife tells me that I have the world's biggest resting bitch face in the planet. Like, I didn't know this. Like,
Yeah.
I remember going to like anywhere shopping, and people like just would like avoid me. And I always wonder, I'm like, what is wrong? Is it like my skin? Is it like my hair, my face? Like, is there like why people avoid me? And Jamie, my wife, she's like, it's your freaking face, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's not. So this one time I went to Vernal to this like party, family party, and there's a lady taking pictures around, and the goal was to take what's that word when
Candid.
yeah, candid photos of everybody. And so there was one photo of me candid, and that was like Ice Cube, like this, like what's up, mother effer?
Yeah.
Like this, and my wife's like, were you angry? And I was like, no, I was actually having a really jolly time. Like I was having a great time. Like I just had some food, and she's like, but this is your face.
Yeah, that's what you look
And
like.
I'm
Yeah,
just
dude.
like, that's just my face, and I can't help it. I'm pretty happy. And so we went to the Hyundai dealership, and I feel so bad. This dude, BYU kid, basketball BYU kid.
Yeah.
He was like 6'9", but like he saw me and my wife, and he was like shaking as soon as he saw me. I'm like, oh, he's a new salesman. I'm gonna be I'm not rude. I'm just like, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna
yeah.
like I want to work with you because like I will help you get this sell. I'm gonna give you money. Like you're gonna get money before. And I had that in my mind.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna win.
Right.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
He didn't know that, but I was like, you're gonna get a sell. I promise.
Yeah.
And so this kid just sits next to me, and he's like, hey, let's go for a ride. And
Yeah.
and he's just so intimidated. My wife just keeps looking at me. She's like, fix your face.
smile.
I was like, hey, what's up? So you go to school?
Yeah.
I just try to be nice. And so he's just so like scared of me. And I'm just like, this poor freaking kid. And I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah,
And
car salesmen especially, but salesmen just get beat up all
they
day.
get beat up all
They
I
just
felt,
get beat up
and I
all
know
day.
that. I felt terrible. My wife didn't make it. I hope she hears this because she's probably going to laugh.
Right.
She did not make it easier when this happened. So she loved the Palisade.
Yeah.
We got back to the dealership and we get there and now it's time to talk about money.
Yeah.
And I know finance. And so my wife goes right in front of the kid and in front of the finance guy, she goes, I don't want to be here. I'm going to go sit in the car for this. And she walked away.
Dude, if I was the sales guy, I'd be like, hey,
dude,
time out real quick. I gotta go to the bathroom.
That's what happened.
Oh,
And I felt horrible. I felt horrible, dude. I felt horrible. And I looked at her. I was like, what is that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Like, nothing's going to happen. Like, I'm just going to have a financial conversation with these guys.
Yeah.
And so as soon as that happened, I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for this poor BYU kid right now. And they said, like, hey, well, we're going to pull your credit. What's the name? What do you do? And I had
you're
Alta
going
Commercial
through it,
Capital. So I'm like, I own a finance company. And they looked at each other and they're like, okay. They gave me the best terms before I even said anything.
Right.
They just handed me, like, here you go. This is it. Do we need to do something better? And I looked at it and I was like, and in my mind, I was like, dang, that was better than I thought. I was like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
Here's your down payment.
Yeah.
And they were like,
dude, isn't that crazy?
I didn't do anything. I just
know.
had a face. And my wife was like, I'm out of here. And they thought that I was going to like
just beat the shit out of
yes.
him.
And it's just because
beat him up.
my ice cube face.
But I had to do that when I first learned how
bad.
to sell. Like, yeah, dude, I was like, because I'm a bigger guy, bald, big tattoo, and I'm just like, you got to like be aware of how you approach people.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? You're just like lumbering over
Line
it.
back,
Like
just, "What's up, man?"
Yeah. Like with a RBF and a linebacker, dude, they're gonna be like, no, I'm not.
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Like that is part of selling. You really got it. Your
Loosen up.
posture, your
Yeah.
tone.
I felt bad. I was tired.
Dude, well, and yeah, but also sales, that also your sales guy. I always taught my sales guys to be, you just be confident. You don't have to be cocky, but like people also want to do business with confident people. Like, you know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like this, you don't have to have all the answers, but you should look like you have.
And you'll get the answer.
Yeah. Or you'll get it. I remember I was doing that I was a manager at a dealership and there was a big old Polynesian guy. He was actually Officer Ikolu in Woods Cross. He was the guy that the Ikolu special at Mobetta's is named after.
Really?
Because he would go to Mobetta's. This Officer Ikolu would go to Mobetta's and he would order a special plate because they didn't have a plate big enough to feed him. Dude, he's like 6'8". He's like 6'8".
That black plate.
That big
Yeah,
Ikolu special.
really.
Dude, Officer Ikolu's like 6'8". He's like 320 pounds. This dude is he's scared, bro. I mean, he's the police officer you don't want to see roll up on anything, right? Like as soon as he gets out, you're like, I didn't do anything.
You know what? Handcuff me right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna make this super easy because whatever you can do to make this less painful, just yeah.
For real.
He was off, but so my sales guy goes up and obviously. Because here's the part here's why confidence matters. Because your primal brain doesn't know the difference between a new salesperson who's scared and somebody who's trying to manipulate you. Like you like because you come off as the same, right? Like somebody who's somebody who has like something to hide is gonna come off very similar. Gonna be real dodgy. Their voice is gonna be kind of low.
That's true.
Yeah, so you don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're new,
That actually makes a lot of sense for a lot of people I know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like and a lot of people I know. So whenever I have that conversation, I'm like, tell them that you're new because, and it's not a sales gimmick and I'm not telling you to say you're brand
genuinely new.
but like, yeah, say you're new and like, hey, I'm new to this. I'm like learning the ropes. So if I fumble or mess up, like just give me a little bit of grace, right? And I told this guy to say that. I'm like, you're gonna go talk to this guy. I knew it was gonna be a train wreck, but I was like, you're gonna go talk to this guy. You're gonna tell him. He didn't say anything that I told him to say. And so of course I go over and I was like, hey, sorry, dude, he's a new guy. You look like a no BS guy. I'm here to help you. What can I do? He's like, I like you. I was like, great. He's like, I'm trying to buy a car from my niece. We ended up selling her a car. And, but anyway, it was just like, that was though, but how you set it up is, yeah. But it's true though. Like you don't know the difference. And, that's what I tell people a lot. Like either tell them that you're new and set it up front.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they're going to think you're lying to them.
Okay.
True.
Funny story with that. I used to work with this guy who he owns a drink place. And anytime he had a bad customer, just a super tough Karen going up there, he would say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so new at this. Please be patient with me." And people would, and then he would like turn it on me or somebody else. Like he's the owner.
Right. Yeah.
You're like, what? I just started last Tuesday.
Yeah. Because people, and here's the other thing. It's kind of like what you mentioned. Like people don't. Sometimes they just don't know how they're acting. Like I heard it one time put by the sad guru. He said, "Your mouth is right under your nose, but it still takes someone else to tell you that you have bad breath." Right? It's super difficult to be
that's cool.
Well, but it's super difficult to be self-aware.
Yeah.
Like it's very hard. And so you got to even like with Karen's or Kyle's or whoever, right? Maybe you just give them some grace. Like, hey, I know this is frustrating. You know, I would tell people like, hey, I know this is frustrating. I know you're probably pissed off at me, but this is going to go a lot smoother if we don't do this. Right. Like just help me and I'll help you. Like I'm here to help you. Yeah. And you see people go from 100 to 0.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't realize, because most people just don't realize that.
What's going on? Like what's happening? You just don't know.
Yeah.
I still feel bad for that BYU kid, man. He's no longer there. He went back to Idaho for school. And when I talked to the new salesman, I'm like, hey, how's he doing? He's like, I think he's good. Why does this guy care about him?
Yeah, dude, yeah, that's crazy. But
it's like little Bambi, dude. Just like
I've seen those new sales guys. Well, and especially when you go up Utah County, everybody just tries to. I mean, but car sales is great, dude. I made a lot of money in car sales. Just
how much do you make in car sales? Like when you sell a car, I've always
depends on the dealership. But a good salesperson should sell between 15 and 20 cars a month. And if you're at a good dealership selling 15 or 20, you're probably making $7-8 grand a month.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
Maybe, depending. Like when I was in there, yeah, dude, we had a lot of our sales team was over 6 figures.
Really? That's crazy. I love that. That's so cool.
It's cool. Yeah, but it's a grind, dude. It's freaking hard. Like it's retail. It sucks.
Yeah. And a lot of financials.
And everybody thinks you're out to get them. Like before they even know you, they just think you're trying to swindle them.
I think there's that big misconception that they have that car salesmen are always sleazy and
they're
always going to take advantage.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a really funny sale? I used to train car salespeople. And the first thing that I did, because I learned it when I first got trained, so it was day one of training. I had like 20 new car salesmen there, fresh, never been in sales before. And so I went to the whiteboard and I was like, all right, we're going to do an exercise. Tell me the first word that you hear when you hear car salesman. I just introduced myself. Hey, I'm Dalton. I'm your sales trainer. We're going to do a thing. You're all new. Yep. Never sold cars before. Nope. But you're selling now. Yep. Okay, cool. Tell me the first word comes to your mind when I say car salesman. They yell them out. Sleazy, dirtbag, scam artist, rip off, all of these things, right? And I'd get like 15. And I was like, you all agree with these? And they would be like, yeah. And I'd be like, this is the job you just signed up for.
Look at each other like,
they're like, let's go. They're like, oh, then they go, oh, yeah, but I'm not like that. I just know that that's what people say. And I go, good. That's what we're fighting. This is what you're fighting before you even step on the lot, dude.
Dang, that's hard.
Self-awareness again. It's just self-awareness.
I'd be too scared.
I just tell people. I'm upfront. I just go, what's the price on this car? The sticker says 36 grand. They'd be like, yeah, but you can do better than that. I was like, probably. Do you want to take it for a spin?
I feel like I need to take something for a spin.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, probably. I don't know. Maybe. Do you like it? Yeah, they'd be like, well, I don't know. Well, let me figure out. The hardest part is finding something you like, Mr. and Mrs. Customer. The easy part's the money.
True.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
No, and that's true with anything.
Body language too. Like,
that's true with anything.
Yeah.
Like marketing, right? I'm looking at 5 different marketing companies. Well, money's the easiest part, right? Yeah. Finding out the right marketing company to work with, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah, the clients that we run into are on their 3rd or 4th or 5th.
Dude, isn't that wild, bro? That's so hard.
The goal is to obviously stop with us. I know everybody says that, but
it's just tough, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you stop the revolving door?
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think it's simple.
Yeah.
But
we'll go ahead.
Communication.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 100%.
That's really all we tell that to our clients. Before we even get into, we actually have a sales system, and before we even get into price or get into even what we do, the first thing that we say is, hey, we're not. Just so we're clear, we're not your advertising company.
Yep.
We're never going to run your pay-per-click. We're never going to run your Facebook ads. That's not us.
Yeah.
We have great people that can help you with that.
Yeah.
But for us, we're just going to focus on one thing, local SEO, and then we get into how we do, and we tailor it back to them and their system. And we say, this is the product that you should have and keep. And then when we get you to the point, we can go get you another agency. But again, we don't want you going back to that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you technically don't really need an advertising agency with what we do.
Yeah, you can kind of, and it's good to just like I said, start, but yeah.
It's good to start. We still recommend it. We technically don't, but it's still, I think it's still okay to get
And one of the biggest things that really stood out to me when Evan and I were talking about this, and Evan kind of offered me part of the business, it was that we're focusing on communication. Like, I have no problem telling a customer, like, yeah, our stuff is month to month. We're not contract based because if we're not working for you, fire us. No harm, no foul. We get it. And that's that communication. Yeah, and people can call and text us and, hey, how are we doing on this? We're like,
great.
Well, and let's go look at it.
Dude, I love that, because here's the secret to selling. And this is I guess there's lots of secrets, but this is probably the number one. Like, you're the best marketing and the best selling is the best behind it is the best offer and product.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy to say, like, hey,
No
dude,
risk.
If you don't like it, I'll get your money back. That's, you know what I mean? Like I mean, obviously there goes selling into that, because some people still don't understand, but like, it's a lot easier. Like, sales becomes way easy when you have a good product and a good offer, even if there's no guarantee. Even if, like, with marketing, like, dude, I can't do it for free, right? Like,
no,
obviously I can't do it for free, but like, and obviously I can't give you your money back because we're going to put a lot of work into this.
Yeah.
But you still have a good offer. You still have a good whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, if this doesn't work in 3 months, I'll fire myself.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about having that call. I'll send you an email and we'll be done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
that's pretty cool. And so that's what a good sales process is behind it is the offer. Like, because if it's really easy, I mean, it's not anybody can sell it, but then, if you can do it. Yeah.
It's been interesting for sure with the clients that we've talked to so far. And like, I don't know, man, like we have the conversation with them. It's truly a consultative call. And by the time we like get into our program, they're like, that makes sense. I know we're biased here, but like, and we tell them why they shouldn't use it or why we think we could help them. Yeah. And for the most part, like, I feel like we've had a pretty high conversion rate for the people that we talk to.
Yeah.
And the people who say no, it's like, oh, I want this, but not right now.
Yeah. Like, and that's
and
like,
then you just put them in the pipe. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, follow-up's king. Yeah. That's also what people.
Yeah. Well, having, both of us have owned small businesses. And so understanding timing is crucial. And so
that's why this started.
Yeah. Everything's
is because
timing,
we heard this. We sorry to interrupt. Like
you're good.
We started this because it's a pain point from people dealing with marketing companies. Like, all right, we got to figure something out that's better than this.
Yeah.
So,
dude, that's cool. Well, thank you so much, guys, for coming on the podcast, man.
Yeah,
appreciate you guys.
It's cool. It's nice.
Absolutely. Where can everybody find you before I let you go? SRanker. Obviously, the ad on the show.
Yeah.
But
best way right now. So our website is in development right now. We're doing some pretty cool stuff with it. So you can't find it this second. It'll be back up in the next couple of weeks. But in the meantime, we're on Facebook.
SRanker Marketing.
SRanker Marketing.
Email us. So both of us, Evan at. We actually have www in it. We want to do something different. So www.sranker.com.
That actually threw me off. I was like, did you misspell that?
It was totally on purpose.
Yeah.
It's real.
And then Richard at www.sranker.com.
Yeah,
there you go.
Both founders of SRanker, and we're just out there grinding. And then if you are in Utah, by the way, Silicone Stomachs, we do this once a month. If you are a business owner between Salt Lake and Utah, you can come from anywhere if you want. But we meet once a month. And we just go find a restaurant in need that can really use some exposure. And it's been a really good group. And I've heard that some of the people, this last one, got together and I guess a bunch of deals went down. People made money.
Tons of money.
And so that wasn't expected. But that's just happens with naturally helping other people. People feel good helping someone else out.
Yeah.
And so we'll be on Facebook. You can join our Silicone Stomachs group. We're on there all the time. And we're just going to find the next restaurant and We try not to. Actually, we don't even talk about our business there. We just
No.
Yeah.
support the restaurant
Super
and
low key. Get up,
yeah,
tell the rules. Have someone from the restaurant get up and talk about it, and then
yeah.
you talk.
Amen.
So we'd love to have you. So thank you so much for having us today, man.
thank you.
Yeah, dude.
So-
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
See ya.
thank you.
Cool.